Hello, Bill here, Pale Horse Survival and Tactical. Today we're going to discuss summer limb drop. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome back. I want to discuss a phenomenon known as summer limb drop. And it can happen to any tree. The three most common are eucalyptus, cottonwood, and oak trees. It usually happens to large horizontal limbs that radiate out from the trunk. And this phenomena occurs during very hot weather. It's not entirely understood why it happens. Theories are that the tree's working hard, sucking up a lot of water from the roots to keep the tree hydrated, and the limbs get very heavy. And if there's a little defect in there, woodpecker holes or some rot or whatever, the limb being heavier, down it'll come. And it doesn't even have to be windy weather for it to happen. The reason why I'm targeting this tree here, exactly 1 week ago, I was working below this tree. This is a liquid amber styraciflua, also known as the American sweet gum. I was working below this tree and heard a loud crack and looked up, and just in time to see this huge limb, which I'm going to show you in a little bit, breaking off and heading down. I had about 2 seconds to get out of the way, and it's probably about 2,000 pounds of limb and foliage. This is where it broke off, right up here. And this branch really extended out quite a ways. It was a calm day, and we've been in a long heat wave out here. And I heard the loud pop and a crack, and I seen it starting to come off. I dropped my pruning shears and took off running, and I felt wind on my back and felt the ground. I could feel the impact through my feet. I mean, it was, if I'd hesitated for a second or two, I wouldn't be here right now. This is a huge tree. It goes way up here. Way up here. It's probably 150 feet tall. And that's where the limb came off. Came straight down. Now, it destroyed a palm tree on the way down, and I was right there near that palm tree when it came loose. And I took off and heading in the direction where I'm standing right now. Go over here and get a shot of this branch here. This is where it broke off. And I was standing right there, exactly where the branch landed. That's a huge branch. It's been a week, so the foliage is dying on this, and now you can see just how big it is. When it first happened, it was all green, of course, and there's what's left of the palm tree. Just completely destroyed it on the way down. This is probably about 2,000 pounds of branch here. It's not a small one. Got more of it here in front of me. Comes this way. Just for size comparison. Put my hand down here. Give you a little perspective of how big this is. It's good size. It's definitely big enough to hurt you if it came down on you. And there's a big piece there that goes back quite a ways, almost all the way over to the fence. If you see where it goes all the way over to the fence over there, that's probably about a good 20 feet away, at least 25 feet, and then comes all the way back. So anyways, my advice is, I've seen this happen, limb drop, in the past. I've never seen anything this big come down. This is a real eye-opener. And like I said, it can happen to any tree. My advice is that, people sit under trees at parks, and a lot of times there's oak trees, and they put a blanket down, and on hot days you seek the shade naturally. my advice is be very vigilant. You should always, before you get underneath a tree or sit down or pitch build a shelter or pitch a tent or whatever, is to look up into the tree and look for what's known as a widowmaker, a dead branch that has come loose and has gotten hung up there, and gust of wind could dislodge it and bring it down on you, bring it down on your shelter or your tent when you're inside. Would be a good thing. So it's always a good practice to look up and just see what's going on up there. I've seen some good sized branches and limbs that have broken off, and they may drop 5-10 feet and get hung up on other branches, or sometimes they'll break and then hang down without breaking off completely, and you never know when those might let loose. So it's good practice to look, but these can happen without warning. And my advice is just be very vigilant. Maybe sit up near the trunk, because you can see where the trunk of the tree is here. If somebody was up near the trunk, this would obviously would have missed them. I mean, it's close. You got probably about 8 foot gap there, but at least you'd be out of the line of fire. So you see any large branches or whatever, I'd just be very wary, especially if it's been a hot spell, streak of hot weather. Just be very vigilant. Anyways, definitely appreciate your viewership and your support, and please like, subscribe, and share. Got many more videos coming. Bushcrafting, herbalism, wild edible identification, gear reviews, all types of videos as time goes on. Everybody take care. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.